Well, hi there. I think we need to do a little behind the scenes, and that's what I'm doing today. So, this is some walnut furniture that I've been working on, and I really am super happy with this. This is just a little bar, and I turned that little deal and then cut part of it off so it'd kind of sit flush, and put a B for Barrett's Coffee House. And then behind it, I still got to put some stuff in there. I haven't figured out that. I want to make a little crossbow and have it, behind there, and a couple of clubs, and then just flagons. I think would be fun. Maybe some towels and stuff. But anyway, I want to make it look like the back of a bar, and detailed and stuff like that. So I'm really happy with that. And then I got to man, weathering it at this point. See, so it should look like it's gotten some use, right? But this is supposed to be a really nice place. This is Barrett's Coffee House, and so the bar goes in here, and that's downstairs, and that's for, nice people, blah, blah, blah. But then they've got the upstairs, which I got this railing in, I'm really happy with. Oh, I'm trying to do this while I'm looking at the phone, and then my hand's all reaching up here. That was kind of funny. So I got this railing in. It's all walnut as well. And then I made these 3 little tables, and I really like them. I've got a little bevel underneath them. They're walnut. And then they have I went with 4 legs. I was thinking about turning it and doing 3 legs with a pillar, pedestal table. But I figure, it's in a restaurant, and I don't want something like that. That's a little too dainty. This one, I took some, let me see if I got some down here, some Kim wipes. And that's what I like to use now for my, my reaching again, looking in through the phone. That's what I like to use for my cloth and stuff like that. It sure holds up better. This can tear. I did do a little tiny tear. Is that it? Or I think it's over here. One of the two. One of the deals. But not bad. You can't really tell. And so it's fine. But if I tried to, because what you do is you put it on there with Mod Podge, cut it to size, put it on there. Let the Mod Podge kind of dry out. And as it's drying, I'm manipulating the sides, and I'm trying to pull it taut on the surface, because it doesn't necessarily do that on its own. It doesn't lay down completely flat. And so I needed to, really nurse this thing along. That's why I only did 1, not all 3. Well, number 1, I wanted you to see the tables, and I might even put a tablecloth on 1 more, or possibly a folded tablecloth. But I wanted 1 set up, but the other one's not. Just because, like, this one's going to be a little bit special. Somebody's sitting there, whatever. So, I just thought it came out good. So after it dries, then I shoot it with some clear, like lacquer. Same thing that I put on the wood itself. All the wood has been just, I just shoot a clear lacquer on it. And, that's how I get the finish on that. Just make it real easy. And, oops, sorry. And then paint it with just white. And I used, I just hand painted it. I thought, man, all I had to do was tape underneath all of that, and it would have been pretty easy. And then I could have shot it. And, I still might do that. I don't know. But it looks pretty good. And that is like 3 coats to get that as nice white linen. I kind of wanted to look like linen. So these are going to go up there. They all need chairs, and so that's what all this is. So I have been working on, these are chairs, and I've built a few of them so far. And sorry, my hands are just hammered from woodworking. When I do this, there's a couple of things that I needed to do, and I thought, those things I could do en masse. So if you look at the bottom, the seat itself, it's kind of got that shape. Well, that comes from this. This is a seat blank, and you'll notice the front is up the top, the bottom is the rear of the seat. And it's a little bit further in. And so if you look at this one, the rear legs are a little bit further in. This is pretty exaggerated. The ones I'm going to make aren't quite going to be so exaggerated. But you want the rear legs in a little bit, and then the front legs out a little bit. So those have been all cut, and I did them en masse. I had this thing all taped up and did it on the table saw, and so now I've got all of my, and they're all the same, which is really nice too. You know, they're all the same, all ready to go. I've got more than I'll need, which is fine. Then the next thing I did was on the chair, I have to do the back legs. So, you know, the back legs, see how it's kind of angled there? So it comes up from the leg that hits the floor, and at the seat, it angles back slightly. And so what I had to do there is I did the same thing here. I taped up a bunch of blanks. This is a blank. Cut those on the table saw. And once it's cut like that, then I have to cut both sides but opposing. So I kind of draw on there. I'm going to do this, try to get this right side up. So the bottom of this is the bottom leg, and the top of it is, you know, angled back. That is the back. So I did a bunch of these, and so now I can take these off, 2 per chair, of course. And then I have this, it's for all the front legs. And so I'll build these up, should go pretty quick. Well, I don't know, they're a bit tedious, but I'll build these all up. Once they're all built up, then I'll come back and put rungs, and I'll put backs and stuff like that. I hope to get 10 chairs out of this. I think that's, you know, I'll have the 3 tables up here, that'll be 6 chairs, and then 4 chairs up here on like the top level and stuff like that. So that is what I am doing. I figured it would be nice to kind of let you in on it and see these are some other chairs, or tables, I'm sorry. This is a table that I also made when I was doing the round tables. I just wanted to have a square table. And I don't know where that'll be. I've got to do something down here, but not too much, because, the other thing is I eventually want to do stools. You know, 3, 4 stools in front of this. And so I got to do those. I don't want to forget stools for the bar. So anyway, that is what I am doing. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to continue chugging away on this kind of stuff. I'm filming it, so, and this will, you know, probably in some form end up be in the final video of this. But I am going to film this to have in another build video for these chairs, because I've done it before. I think I could maybe do it a little bit better. And certainly for somebody that has to make a bunch of them, you know, this kind of thing can really help that, because having these things all, you know, the same, you know, so I can just pick from a pile is fantastic. So I could hopefully knock these things out. So have a great day. I will see you, and I'll show you some more furniture when I got it.